Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And since last episode we have played one game and it was at home versus Arsenal, and we were overloading from start and we completely dominated this game. Won with 4 goals against 1, but I believe we hit the woodwork 3 times. And remember that kid that I promoted to the senior squad because Bowen suffered an injury that I always say he's not good enough for the senior squad? Well, he scored, and he actually had another goal that was disallowed, so he almost scored 2 goals, young Neva. He still's not good enough, especially his technical skills need to improve. I'm not sure if they ever going to do that, but I mean, he has a lot of potential ability left, and he's still only 19, so we'll have to wait and see, but he scored. And talking about Arsenal, actually, before we start focusing on today's game, I want to mention Arsenal a little bit extra. Because Arsenal is having a terrible season. They are down to 16th place. That's the reason why I didn't pick... I mean, they are a big team, so you usually pick big teams for the episodes, but they are having a nightmare of a season. And this becomes kind of even worse if you take considering the transfer window. Because they were the team, not only in England, but in the world, that spent most money. With 260 million euros during the transfer window. They were by far the biggest spender in the world. And I mean, compared to us also, I mean, we spent 190, that's a lot of money. But at the same time, we have received 200k. So we are actually like in a plus. They received 55 million. So they have spent an insane amount of money to be in 16th place. And I mean, the only interesting thing with this is, I guess, I mean, a lot of their players will probably want to leave after the season, so maybe we can snatch somebody that becomes transfer listed by request or something like that. But yeah, spending 260 million and ending up in 16th place, that's just actually let's go to the club. See, how much did they spend the year before? So they spent 114 mil the year before, 79 mil before that, 148. Oh, can you imagine spending this much money? Okay, the first season, nothing, but 148, 79, 114, 260 million euros. Combine that amount, and that's just an insane amount of money, and you're in 16th place. That's insane. But yeah, let's leave Arsenal for now and start focusing on today's game. And today's game is against Man United. And Man United, as you know, they are the title holders. And they have won the league. Not 1, not 2, but 3 seasons in a row. So they have been hugely dominant. Last season, they ended up so many points ahead of us. This season, though, they were struggling in the beginning. They were in the middle of the table. And they have started to bounce back. They have started climbing. And they are now in a Champions League position, but we have quite some safety margin down to them. But you need to remember, of course, that they have only played 16 games compared to, for example, Liverpool that's ahead of them that played 18 games. So they have some points they can scratch up when they get to the same amount of games. But still, if we can beat them today, that's probably going to put them in an almost impossible situation to regain the title. Because we will be so many points ahead of them, so that would be brilliant. But I mean, we can't take anything for granted. This will be a very difficult game. The reigning champions, and of course, we are going to go with our new crazy 4 at home games overloading style. And also another thing, Man United, they have had 1 day less rest before this game. And I'm rotating basically my whole squad except my goalkeeper. Everybody else is getting rotated. They are probably not rotating as much. So with 1 less day rest and less rotations, hopefully they will have a little bit of a more tired squad. But Origi is actually benching Lukaku. That's crazy, but I guess that's the way United roll. And look at this formation. They are definitely focusing a lot more on defense. I believe the last few times we were up against them, at least they had 2 attacking midfielders, maybe even 3. So they definitely have started to respect us a little bit more. But a lot, yeah, kind of still, I'm surprised with the Lukaku on the bench. Because in my mind, he is a much better player than Origi. But maybe in this save, Origi has become something special. Who knows? Who knows at all? So what I'm going to say here. think we're just going to say something like that. And that, of course, as always, was terrible. Didn't work at all. So let's do that. And that worked a little bit better. But yeah, it's game on. It's us versus the reigning champions. We have that home advantage. And, I mean, it's raining. It's always raining in Hull, isn't it? Clearly, every single game is raining. And we are overloading, as I said. We are coming out here with a crazy attacking thing. And Costas had picked up maybe an injury, but it looked like he could play through it. Gnabry going for Sosa. Farrell. Oh, goes for Keane. Calabria, can you get into? We have a lot of players in the box, but it's clear by defense. But here's Gnabry. Oh my god! What a screamer! And I think we hit the woodwork. I'm not sure if the goalkeeper saved or we hit the woodwork. It went too quickly, but I think we hit the woodwork. And it's not over his Sosa, but instead he loses it and thinks he's moving in the wrong direction. Maybe Origi is going to show me now why he is starting instead of Lukaku, or maybe not. He decided to give it away. But focus now, guys, because we don't want to give it away. It's Afonso Sosa. Look at the right flank, guys. There's a lot of players with a lot of room there. But instead we go for the left one, and maybe it's not a bad choice. Farrell. Now we are on the right flank again. And then the box in. Oh, my God. Keane. He definitely should have done better there. That was a crazy chance. And Afonso Sosa with a free kick. It's cleared back to Sosa. It's Branagh and... oh. I can smell it. We are creating such a great chances. I can almost smell the goal. But instead another one. But the potential thing. But they think they can play through it. Yeah, look at this. We are creating chances. And every highlight, I can smell the goal. That's a potential new for one of the United players instead. Branagh should be able to pick this one up. Goes for Afonso Sosa. And that was a really weak pass. Really weak one. And a lot of United players on the run now. They are coming all out counter-attacking. This could be very dangerous. Really dangerous. But not if they are going to do things like that. Because, oh my god, I would be furious if I was the United manager there. Completely wasted a great counter-attack chance. Here is Afonso Sosa. And unfortunately, though, maybe they will get another attack. Oh my, this is so bad passing. I mean, they managed to retain... oh, I'm not sure what's going on now. Oh, look at that. It's like pass after pass, but both teams are complete garbage. Complete garbage. Like, we making mistakes, and then they counter like, oh, don't think you're special, Hull. We can make mistakes also. And then they decide to make it like an even worse mistake, and then back and forth. And it's going to be another corner here. But yeah, a lot of mistakes, and I'm kind of disappointed that we haven't managed to take the lead yet. This is a very important game for us. Branagh, and that was really, I mean, this was a very tough, hard ball to try to finish on, but he got a really screamer. But look at the fitness levels here. Compare us. Actually, we are going to tell Farrell to ease off. But look at the fitness levels here. United compared to us, and it's a huge difference with us rotating and they not as much. But yeah, you will definitely ease off tackles because this is a very important game for us. And the best chance for us to win it is with 11 players on the pitch. But we are getting closer and closer to half time. 3 minutes of extra time. That's quite a bit. But yeah, it looks like we are going to go to the half time goalless. They subbed Bailey there, so they've already used one of the subs. But we need to tell the lads we're not pleased. We can't be pleased when we're not in the lead. And some of these, I mean, look at these 6-4, 6-2, 6-1. My God. 6-4, yeah, these are really crappy ratings. Not going to change anything for now because we have been creating a lot of chances. So I'm going to give it some more time before we maybe try to change up the formation a bit. Well, let's see what happens here. But then it's highlighted started United. This was not what we were waiting for. Not what we want to see. Come on, guys. Beautiful Incepted. Afonso Sosa. Going for Gnabry with a very optimistic cross. But look at here, Keane. Beautiful. And another miss. But fantastic there. I thought that cross was lost, but Keane did a sensational job to win it. Sosa 6.3, 6.2 rating. Come on, mate. And now they have brought on Lukaku, showing that they are serious. We are going to bring Branagh a little bit higher up in the pitch and change you around to a box-to-box. See what effect that has. Kind of considering going 2 strikers really soon too, because this is not good enough at all. I think it's time for it, because Afonso Sosa is usually a god, but he has been complete garbage for us today. So yeah, let's do that. Let's remove Afonso. Oh my god, 5.8 by... This is even worse. Okay, that's even worse. I was going to go 2 strikers, but 5.8 rating. Come on, bro. That's not an option. He needs to come off. He needs to. Let's just do it like that, and maybe like this. Trying to remove 2 of the guys with the lowest rating. I mean, we could go with a defender, but I don't think that would have a much effect. So let's go like this for now. Instead, here's United with a free kick and a great chance. Juan Mata with the ball, breaking into the box. There's a lot of United players there. I'm very, very worried. I'm just staring at screen here because this is really dangerous. It's going to come back in. And that's going to be a goal. It is. Oh my god. We have completely dominated the game. They haven't had a single chance. And we have had like 10 chances, some really good one. But this is the price you need to pay if you can't score from all these chances. Because then Man United is going to get 1 lousy chance. And then things like this will happen. Juan Mata, of course, didn't start the game. He was one of the guys that came off the bench for United. And, oh my god, what can we do here? We need to do some serious thinking. What will be a good option? Actually, maybe something like this. Not going to be great, but maybe it's going to be good enough. Because with... we don't have the option to play 2 strikers. Do we just want to bump it up? Maybe we do for the last 10 minutes. We're also going to have a team talk. Tell the guys to... I'm misclicking here. Telling the guys to... Oh, I'm not misclicking. I'm just stupid. Push forward. This is just, look at this, 18 to 7 shots, 5 to 3 on target, 3 clear-cut chances to 1. That's going to be the full-time whistle, and it's a very, very frustrating result. I just saw one good thing. This is terrible. We really should have won this one. But with a blink of an eye, I saw the result from another game. Take a look at this. Newcastle actually managed to beat Chelsea. So even though we lost today, with Chelsea losing versus Newcastle means that we are keeping our distance to Chelsea. Chelsea still have 1 less game played, but that kind of saved us. Because if they would have won, they would more or less almost have catched us. So the good thing with this loss is this result. Because other than that, it's just terrible, terrible, terrible. And of course, we need to tell lads we're going to go aggressive, tell them that was not good enough. Look at some of these embarrassing ratings. Maybe I should have gone to strikers, but with a 5-point-something rating on Keane, I just felt like he needed to come off. But yeah, we terrible game, but we are still in the lead. We didn't lose much ground, and yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.